What's up? Welcome. Thank you for clicking on today's video. I am very sorry that everything is pushed back a little bit, but as you can see, I got myself a new little toy, and that is why I got stuck waiting on some parts to show up. So I had to wait for that to happen, and there was just nothing I could do about it. Alright, but that's all finally set up. I got everything hooked up. We're still working on the programs a little bit because I'm not gonna lie, every single scene that I had on my laptop got screwed up getting transferred over to the desktop. So every single scene is brand new. I was not able to save a single one. I've got to redo everything. So if something's a little screwy, please, I apologize. But we are going to get into these new updates because it all came through. I am here for it. I am here for every little bit of this. All right, we have patch notes for 1.7.7. The balance updates will be the tree and light fairies. They will lose the 20% accuracy and gain 15 speed. Honestly, I feel like this is a gigantic buff for these two. Gigantic buff. Gigantic. I also like these. I think these are going to be a buff as well. The water, fire, and light electromancers, their reverse polarity. The chance of activation is increasing by 20%. The light superconduct space, the apply foresight is changing to apply attack up, which is also a fantastic buff for the light one. All the light owners are very happy. And then breakdown, apply burn has been changed to apply paralysis. I have him. I'm not sure how much of a buff this is going to be, but we're going to play with it. We're going to find out. Fire Surgeon. Anesthetic, yeah. Yeah. Bonus damage dealt to enemies with buffs reduced from 30 to 25. Affect enemies without debuffs will deal less damage to you. I kind of like that. Okay. Onto the Merc Bombs. I heard these were huge nerfs, which honestly, they needed them. Like, I mean, let's not mince words. Let's not try and be oh my water Merc Mom. I don't got one, alright? I see everybody and their fucking mother using them into fucking defense, and it's a fucking annoying, alright? Like, these guys needed a nerf because literally everyone that had one was using it for defense in arena. Like, same with the Warners. It was a nasty ass combo that was almost impossible to kill. Like, they needed to be nerfed a little bit. Like, that's what balancing is. Like, come on. The amount of additional damage that increases gradually as the enemy's defense decreases has been reduced from a minimum of 15 to 10 and a maximum of 45 to 30. So, okay, so it still sacks 3 times. They just took 5% off each time. Okay. Full armed for the dark one. That was for the water and the light one, by the way, the hyper pliers. And then the dark fully armed, the shield absorb amount increased by 15% and automatically gain a shield. This got a buff. The dark one got a buff, and she was already very good. For those people that don't think she was good, you were just dumb. She was good. Now she's better. The Fire Nurse, the blood transfusion. Before, she granted 1 of attack up, heal up, or invincible to ally with the lowest HP other than yourself. When your HP is the lowest, you will balance HP with the ally with the highest HP. After, grants 1 attack up, healing over turn, or invincible to ally with the lowest HP, including yourself. No longer other than yourself, now it is including yourself. When your HP is lowest, you will no longer balance HP with the ally with the highest HP. So they took away the one skill, and now that other skill applies to her as well. And the Water Dr. Evil, Defense Matrix, effect added, recover 20% HP. That is huge. That was the big thing that I said early on for anybody that's been paying attention. That's why I didn't like him, because he didn't have a heal. He reminds me a lot of a unit, but no heal. I already used him a lot. Now I'm going to use him a shit ton. He will be in my arena defense, motherfuckers. Have fun with that shit. And we have our new witches. There is more to this patch. Make me go to their fucking real site. I don't know why it's screwing up. Don't know why it's being weird for me. Alright. Our new units are the Wicked Witches. Malevolent Gift for all 5. Skill 1. Attack an enemy and apply 2 turn damage over turn with a 60 to 80% chance. If resisted or immune, cast this skill once again. She will be a great double hit. Double hit skill 1 for all bosses or anyone that is resists or is immune. Like anybody that's immune to damage over turn will get hit a second time. The Fire and Light Venomous Needle. Attack the enemy. Apply 2 turn of Toxic and 1 turn Sleep. If the target is already under sleep effect, this skill ignores 70% defense. Sleeper Nuke. Sleeper Nuke. Water, Tree, and Dark Corruption. Attack all enemies. Apply 2 turn attack up and defense up with a 50 to 70. That's got to be backwards, right? That's got to be attack down and defense down, right? Like they meant, because that's attacking all enemies and apply 2 turns of attack down and defense down. Yeah, because these are not debuffs, these are buffs. And then increase your action bar by 5% for each debuff on the enemy side. So yeah, these are supposed to be downs. Attack and defense down. Drain Soul, skill 3 for the Water Wicked Witch. Steal 1 buff with a 30% and 30% of your max HP from... Damn! From the target enemy. Reduce the target's max HP by half the damage dealt. Reset the cooldown of this ability if target enemy gets killed. Hey! Hey, hey. Like that. Like the water one. Cataclysm for the Fire Wicked Witch. Apply 2 damage over turn for 2 turns to the enemy target. Then launch an attack. Increase damage by 30% for each debuff on the target. If the target is immune to damage over turn, increase damage by an additional 50%. So, this Cataclysm is going to do serious, serious damage in the tree dungeons. Serious damage in the tree dungeons. Absolutely bonkers damage if you can have her go last, because they're immune to damage over turn, so it's going to increase by 50%. And if you can get a bunch of debuffs on, 30% for each debuff. She is going to do some serious, serious damage. Here's one of our nukers, boys. Here is one of our sexy nukers. The Tree Wicked Witch Plague Bringer. Whenever a debuff you apply is resisted, reduce the effect resistance of all non-boss units on the battlefield by 10%, up to 10 times. Yeah. Here is a tunnel unit. This looks like it will be a passive skill. When a debuff you apply is resisted. So yeah. And she has the AoE corruption. That is going to be a phenomenal tunnel unit. Phenomenal. Oh, we're going to love her in the tunnel, guys. The light one, Acid Rain. This is with the Venomous Needle. Attack all enemies 3 times. Each attack has a 70 to 80% chance to apply 2-turn damage over turn. Ignore 25% defense for each damage over turn on the target. Hey. She could be a nice nuke for pairing up with she could be a really nice nuke for in the tunnel, actually. Put her with a couple of their daughters. Another really nice tunnel unit. And she has the venomous needle. If you use that for CC. And then finally, the dark black magic. Your skill's activation chance against enemies without debuffs is increased by 30%. If your attack lands is critical hit, remove 1 buff from the target and apply damage over turn for 2 turns. Additionally, all damage over turn on the battlefield will be increased by 1.5 times. Boom! Another nasty damage over turn mechanic unit. A lot of these are going to be damage over turn based, it looks like, and there's a bunch of units that do damage over turn. So these are going to be some great units. I'm really glad I saved some stuff up for these. And then the bears. They got a little bit of a nerf, but they removed the attack power coefficient from the damage formula for all the gigging for all 5, and then the bear down the mountain, they removed the attack power coefficient from the damage formula and slightly increased the HP coefficient for the fire, tree, and light. They needed it. They were way too strong for 4-star units. They needed this. The light Ninrat Zenshin. The reset timer for Zenshin points has been removed from the end of your turn to after using a skill during your turn. I like that. I like that. I like this change. This change is great because you can effectively destroy the Zenshin points just by controlling them. So they have to use a skill now for their Zenshin points to go away. I like that. This ensures that Zenshin points earns for killing an enemy with a self-revive effect during an extra turn are retained. Yep. Cool. Dark Popo got a rework. Reflects 40% of damage from light enemies and 20% of damage from others when taking fatal damage. Gain unyield for 2 turns. I like that rework. I'm going to be using her now. I will definitely be using her now. Light Spider Overload got an effect. After attacking, grant yourself defense up for 1 turn. Like that. Aww. The water farming Gerolion got a frickin' nerf for some reason. Reduced the effect of removing all buffs to removing 1 buff. Which, I mean, I guess it's fine. Still a farmer. Alright, feature updates. Crazy Dungeon, Death Lab Tail Whip, Tail Sweep. Before trigger a vampire effect with a 50% chance, recovering HP equivalent to 50% chance. After recover HP 25% of the damage dealt. Before the moniker this AoE attack held trigger multiple effects by blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Cool. They don't hit you for as much. They decided that blah 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 it hits for too much. Anonymous HQ. The attack bar increase has been reduced from 50 to 30. Again, without all the blah blah because they thought it was going too fast, which it was. Anonymous HQ. Effect removed. When an enemy gains action bar, the boss's action bar also yeah, thanks. Cool. Yeah, now the side towers don't increase the boss anymore for the Anonymous. And then Crazy Dungeon Heroic Mode. Unlock conditions. You have to pass floor 10 with over 250 luck rate. The higher the difficulty and rewards will be after you do that. All enemy stats will be enhanced with the probabilities of dropping 5-star gear will be 1.5 times of the 10th floor normal. Okay. You can select up to 2 types of gear, increasing your drop rate by 1.3 times the normal rate. Okay. Double drop pass, which from Flashbench is applied. It is increased to 2.6 times. I like that as well. However, enemies in the dungeons will also receive stat boosts related to the abilities of these selected gear types. Fuck. By selecting this universal gear drops, by selecting this option, the dungeon will have a 0.5% chance of dropping universal gears. Awesome. However, damage overturn debuff or skills that deal damage proportional to target's max HP will have their damage reduced. Oh, no more light popos if you're gonna do that shit. No light popos for this, boys. Ooh. Elerium drops. By selecting this option, there is a 2% chance that an additional Elerium drop during combat. But this option will reduce the team's luck rate by 50. Airship War got a rework. When you win on defense, instead of getting 1 point, you will now get 5. So you can get 10 if both of your defenses win instead of 2. Very nice. Guild Territory War, Battle Preparation. In the Battle Setting panel, a new option has been added. If you already have many elements and do not need to reuse the same element during war, you can check this option. Elements that have been used will appear in a dimmed color to help distinguish them from unused. I like that. I mean, you already had the little number at the corner, but I guess people weren't seeing it very well because, I mean, it is a little hard to see. So you can now get presets for the dungeons. The dungeons of heroic mode, the boss abilities, and the crazy dungeons will change. Therefore, team preset feature now added to the crazy dungeon, up to 5 presets, because you're gonna have different teams depending on how you got your set. So they added that, which is nice. PvP team, the preset team save limit for classic arena, guild airship, and guild territory has been increased from 10 to 20 teams. Move the independent preset from cool. Monthly event during the period from the 1st to 20th each month. The major events, Gearcraft, now have a 3-day claim period. Cool. Battle demonstration. A demo battle now has been added to the bestiary interface. Thank you. Conduct a simple trial play to view the skill effects. Finally. There we go. I don't gotta bug people to borrow their accounts for some gameplay. I can actually just go in there now. Demo. Gear has been increased from 1,800 to 2,000. Other fixes. Issue where progress in Lost Tunnel was displayed abnormally. I know that was a little irritating for a few people. I'm glad they fixed that. Got it fixed nice and quick. That is what I like to see. Fixed an issue in themed arena battles where a game error would occur when a unit under the effect of Hex was fade out. Okay. And then there's the sexy witch walking. Move those hips, girl. Move them. Fix an issue where dragging unit avatars in the deck building panel would affect the unit arrangement in the battle preparation screen. That would annoy me as shit. When you attain a 4-star element through a powerful element, their accumulated 4-star protection times will not be cleared. It was doing that? Gross. Fix an issue with the ally focus feature was not working correctly in the Lost Tunnel. All right. Well, that is all of the updates for this one. It looks like it will be on the 8th, like I have been predicting for the last week and a half, since like the 24th, basically. Like as soon as they said before the 10th, I was like, oh, it's gonna be the 8th. You can ask people in fucking Channel 1, and whoever was in Bagel's fucking shit bitching about my channel, come talk shit about Channel 1 in Channel 1. Don't be doing it on fucking Bagel's channel. Come talk to one of us from Channel 1. You little shit. Alright, that is it for this one. I hope you found it entertaining at least. That will be, like I said, on the 8th. On the 8th, on Friday, and we will have our witches. Again, if you thought this was fun, please leave me a like, think about subscribing, and I will be back with more later.